2019, I think it was 2018, that he was flown out to participate in their major event. If I remember correctly, he did win that one, but it kind of gave him a sneak peek to a lot of these players. And I've been talking to him about not only Oily, but also Fire Icy as well. And he's been pointing out, like, you need to watch for this Zetterburn. He's on some other stuff right now. He might be the Zetterburn.
I think we're going to be seeing him in the next set, too.
Yeah.
He's going to be right in front of us for us in live and in living color all the way from Europe.
We're going to start us off on Ethereal Gates. Extremely large blast zones here. In a way, it can actually help Wrastor survive that much longer because his carry combos can still escort Kragg to wherever he needs him to be.
Absolutely. And what whoa, the spacing from MSB.
MSB knows this game inside and out. He knows his character, and he's showing it off right there with that perfect space. He's going to be caught, though, on the recovery. Look at how he disengages before setting up the pillar. He wants to make it as hard as possible to be interrupted. And going...
Got him twice.
Oof. He gets caught twice, but specifically in armor because he just wants the stock to stay with him. He doesn't care about the wear or the tear.
Oh, wow.
Oily picks up that stock and immediately taunts to the camera.
Very dramatic player. I love watching Oily. He finished up his last set, popped off on the fact that he was one set away from top 8, and shouted out for the crowd to hear just how nice he was in this game.
Wow, the down air breaking the rock and finding his way back up.
That's like going to be a stock.
Yeah, MSB caught off stage without resources. And that's the thing, like, being able to successfully guard MSB is still a challenge because this is a player who, I think for fun, goes into training mode, jumps off the side of the stage and sees, how long can I exist out here? A minute and 30? Let's go for it.
Yeah, constantly pushing his character further and further. And this is a character that has struggled a little bit recently. Kragg, not at the heights that he once was. People getting better and better at exploiting just how fragile he can be off stage. Despite being so heavy, still dies so quickly.
But he finds his own hit there. Gets himself the first rock and looks to cover the landing just out of range, though, of OliveOily. Whoop. Oh, you saw that stutter step. MSB wanted to bait something, but again, we're seeing this across this top 16. These players are so brave. They very rarely flinch.
Yeah, there's layers going on in this neutral play right now, and you're just trying to get something set up, even if it's not for this game, potentially game 3, game 4, game 5.
130%. MSB is going to need a heck of a string. He's not going to drop this stock.
And that's the thing about it, though. Kragg only needs 2 neutral wins right now.
Whoop. Backs away from the clap.
There's one.
Yep. You know, it reminds me of something Windows once told me, which is Kragg is a character that's never winning or losing.
He's existing.
Yeah, like, he can always suddenly rocket you off the side of the stage with a couple of well-placed fairs, or he can just be gimped super hard. You never quite know. Right now, MSB slowly taking on that damage. I mean, he's basically been at death percent this whole time. He can take all the extra damage in the world. It doesn't really change his situation.
Ooh. I'm very scared, Nick. I'm very scared.
Oh, looking to scoop up an impatient Olive, but Olive's not that impatient. It stays on the pillar. Doesn't find the confirm. He's looking for 189% on MSB. Just like that, OliveOily at death percent, caught in the corner. Gonna be caught by the up air and dies to it. MSB taking that game. And he looks so triumphant, so jubilant to take that game. He's giving himself a hand.
Did you know what he said?
No.
He turns around and goes, I've still got it.
Oh, man. I love MSB's sense of humor.
And just a death stare right now from OliveOily.
Yep.
Oh, no, all swallows. Okay.
Yep. I think that's just his focus. Especially with like the way most of that set went. I don't think he's really lost his confidence. He just needs to close out that last bit of health, and a smaller stage can definitely help him do that.
Yeah, we saw Kragg on Magic Pixel for a very long time, but that is not going to be the case here. These blast zones are much, much thinner.
Yeah. Forest Floor also having a especially small ceiling blast zone, which is important because that's actually where MSB has been finding a lot of his kills. Already looking, using a pillar over the stage. There's the potential for cheekiness there.
Yeah, you might get something sneaky if you catch someone sleeping.
Trying to get the tornado carry off the top. Huge moment for MSB, and he whiffs it. Not expecting OliveOily to fast fall through the platform. That's a bit of a 50-50.
Ooh, uses the sweet spot of the up B.
Doesn't get the kill, though.
Strong recovery here with the fair.
That's the scary thing. That is what? Okay, I love OliveOily. I love Olive. That is...
Walk me through that. How did that not break?
Okay, so down air is a specific hitbox in its interaction with the boulder. It actually carries the boulder and tosses it in a direction, the Talon hitbox. So he used that to toss it backwards, and then he used, I think, the wing hitbox to then break it right into MSB's face.
Absolutely nutty.
I've literally never seen anyone do that with Wrastor.
Yeah, and that's what's so dangerous. The Kragg gets that one parry at 80, and then suddenly Wrastor dies.
Because of that low ceiling. That is, again, the risk that Olive is rolling by choosing this stage. But trying to break that pillar, MSB, they're not going into free fall.
82 to 14 right now. The gap seems wide, but we've seen MSB live for so long.
The percent might as well not even be there with the way these two guys are playing.
Good use of the ability there. Crouches and waits.
Yep, takes his time. Reflects the shotgun. Good stuff by Olive.
Now reflects the jet stream just as a quick little back at you.
Looking for something, gets the sour hit, and that would have killed with no DI. That is crazy.
Olive disengaging just for a little bit here.
Both players playing actually stupendously patiently in neutral. After that previous game.
Stop with that, bro.
Oh. Manages to wall jump, and Tornado back to safety.
Yep, jab 1-2 into the up special. Strong.
Yeah, that was a fantastic awareness by MSB to see that OliveOily was DIing in and saying, I got something for that.
Oh, and the quick answer, but I mean, this is, I don't know, man. MSB's on a run right now. I don't know.
Gets the first fair. Great catch. I love that. He uses the down special, and OliveOily, of course, waits for that to go. And he tries to land, and MSB tries to then scoop that with the up strong. Just barely whiffs it, though. Olive taking his time. Not gonna be okay at all. A galaxy for that forward strong. MSB 1 game away from Sunday. It's been quite a while since we've seen MSB in this form. It's so exciting. He was one of the first players that I remember seeing as like an insurmountable mountain. It looks like he's becoming that once again.
Yeah.
If you were talking about Mount Rushmore, he's literally the rock that everyone was carved out of.
And it's incredible to watch, man. This is one thing where this is a young man's game. This is something where you see these players come in house of fire. And this is OliveOily's, I believe, first trip to the U.S., doing incredibly well with his first thing, but you know, he's coming in swinging. And then MSB, just like in the last set, put the brakes.
Yeah.
Bumped it down a little bit, slowed it down, and it was just like, you know what? I've been playing this for a long time. I know more about this game than you, and I'm going to beat you because of it.
OliveOily has been also tuning it down in his own respect too, right? Especially starting around that second stock. We saw him as well, like kind of camping the skies, hoping that MSB would give him some sort of opening, and it just was a stalemate. And it's just been MSB that's been slightly outspacing and finding his openings bit by bit. Already, though, OliveOily starting this third game, like you said, Broza, coming in hard and swinging, looking to just overwhelm MSB before he has a chance to find composure here on Jules Vale. That first down air, putting him in a terrible spot. The second one, though, kind of saving MSB. No, he has no pillar. Never mind.
And this is the first time we've seen OliveOily with this massive lead. Something that's been interesting to watch is we haven't really seen him convert on the finishes there. Something we've seen from Matty Ice, something we've seen from Blue, and something we've seen from Windows. Not going to be enough. Too heavy. Is the fact that when you get him in those offside situations, they're getting those strong finishes. I don't think I've seen one time recently where Olive is going to be able to get those finishes.
Right. It was just there, and then it was just kind of more of a stealing all of his resources sort of deal. But Olive finding himself that dash attack and looking to get himself even the second stock, but not able to find anything off that tornado, and MSB knowing just the right punish for that situation.
Where is it? There it is.
There it is. You see, sometimes it takes 2 stones to kill 1 bird, but you'll take it all the same.
I know we see even on the coming immediately off of the invincibility, MSB all so ready for Oli's approaches. 46, 78, 54, building up.
Getting the tech chase. Good defense with that forward air, but then it sets him up to be caught by the forward air himself.
He's not ready, G-Pick. He's not ready for these edge guards.
OliveOily getting caught by the up strong. And just like that, MSB taking the lead. He only needs 1 more stock.
And you hear the crowd, they're chanting. They want him back in this top 6, G-Pick.
Gonna go ahead and find the shotgun. Gonna take the skies. The down special getting the trade, and just like that, we have 83% off stage.
up a full stock.
This is terrifying.
Now the fair, Wrastor made of glass right now. One strong hit.
And there we go, the parry into the up strong, and MSB already to his feet as he releases the stick.
To his feet and in the arms of his friends. So happy to see him back. So happy to see him on the Paramount stage for Sunday. What a showing, back to back, just answering the calls.